Hey guys, it's Stasia. Welcome back to my channel, Readers See. Today, with everything that's going on in the world, I have 5 recommendations on books to read while you're in quarantine, if you have not already. So these are my top 5 recommendations because they just really speak to me and they really captivated me within the story. So I figure that's what we need right now, is a lot of escaping from the world now. With that being said, my first recommendation is the Illuminate Files. This is a trilogy, so there are 3 books. They're written in a very creative way through podcasts, and it's a space sci-fi adventure book, and it's amazing. I can't talk about it enough. If you haven't read it already, I highly suggest it, although I do assume most of you guys have read it already. My next recommendation, if you follow me on Bookstagram, you'll know that this is my absolute favorite book, and that is the Caraval trilogy by Stephanie Garber. I have multiple copies of this book. If you don't know what this is about, it is about the game of Caraval, and basically 2 sisters whose relationship you will not get enough of, secret identities, and just all that fun stuff. Highly recommend this. My next book is The Selection by Kiera Cass. This is also a series of, I believe, 5 books. It's basically The Bachelor hyped up. It's about a whole bunch of girls trying to get the crown. It's a great adventure. The main character is America Singer, and she is just the perfect amount of everything. Like, she will not take crap from anyone, and I was living for it. The last 2 books, stop following her and actually follow someone else. So the last 2 books I wasn't too big of a fan for, but still definitely worth the read. So if you have not read this one, I definitely recommend it. Also, I know if you have read this, Beacon Book Box is creating a box for the world of Kiera Cass to celebrate her new book coming out in May called The Betrothed, which I'm super excited for. So yeah, check that out if you haven't. I'll leave the link to their website down below and you guys can check it out. My last 2 books are not series, but I love them just as much. So the next one I have to talk about is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. This is, I guess, a mystery sort of book. It's really short, but very captivating. The plot twist at the end, I just never seen coming. It shook me. And if you've read this book and you've seen the end coming, props to you, because it just absolutely shook me. Like, at the end, you'll keep rereading the last few chapters, wondering how you missed it. I've reread it about 3 times since, and even though I know the ending, it still shocks you. But this book also has very lovable characters, so I recommend this if you have not picked it up. The last book is a book I've read a few years ago, but I've seen it a few times since then, and that is The Poet X. This is written in the style of poetry, so it's just like really short. Yeah. So I highly recommend this one. This is more of a hard-hitting book if you're into that. The others are more light, fluffy books, but this one will definitely like hit you, and it will make you feel all the feelings. So if you haven't read it, I highly recommend. I have tabs. That's how good it is. But I do know that the paperback just came out, so I've been seeing it a lot more. And I also know that the author of this did just come out with a new book. I have not read that one yet. I'm thinking of possibly picking it up. I was kind of sad that it wasn't written in the same style as this book, which is the poetry sort of way. But I do love her writing style nonetheless, so I probably will pick it up. So yeah, these are the 5 books that I recommend you diving into in this crazy time of the world. If you have any other recommendations, please leave them down below for everyone. And if you have read any of these, or love them, or hate them, or however you feel, comment down below. I love talking to you guys. But that's all for today. So just like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more content from me. And I'll see you next time.